All right, so you are a real estate agent and you are having the difficulty finding a contractor to give you a quote on whatever you need, whether it be an inspection or a repair that your client is asking, whether that be buyer or seller. This is going to save you a ton of time and give you an opportunity to show expertise to your clientele. So, this is a program called HomeWise. This is a free website. There is some paid services that you can apply for, but it is homewise.com. And from the main page, you'll notice that this looks very similar to an invoice that you would receive for a property or estimate that you may receive for a property. And that's because that's exactly what this web page does. Now you'll notice at the top, we have a couple different things. So first we have installation estimates, maintenance cost, and price list for pros. So this is a great opportunity to show any of these details. In this example, we're going to use a installation estimate. So once I open up an installation estimate, it brings me to this page. Now, there are a bunch of things that are already pre-described. For instance, appliances, countertops, and so on and so forth, all the way through. If I want to identify one of these things, for instance, if I want to go to appliances, I'm going to select appliances and I want to install a dishwasher. Once I select install dishwasher, it brings up a nice clean quote. And you'll notice that my zip code is already pre-described in here. Sometimes it recognizes based on your IP address, so you may need to adjust that. But I put my zip code in there, I press update, and I have one dishwasher being installed. If you're doing something that's based on square footage or you're doing something based on actual other details that you need multiple, you can update that. Now, you'll notice I have a low cost and a high cost, and I have a quantity based. So I have hours, how many hours, and then I have what that minimal cost of labor would be and what that maximum cost of labor will be. And then I have a breakdown throughout of all those details. At the bottom, I have two prices, my high price and my low price, and I have a few checkable and uncheckable items. So for instance, if I'm going to remove my own dishwasher or the client is, then I don't need to put this. But if I needed to get it removed, I'm going to add a cost to that. And the same thing goes for any dishwasher debris that may be added. So now I have a total cost of 1647.57. Now, if you go down to the bottom, you can select to create a list based on HomeWise list. Now, this does require an account. So once I select that account, I can go into all my templates here. My account's already built out, but you would go in and create your own account. No need to really upgrade unless you want to add some pro lists, things like logos and so on and so forth. This is more for informational purposes when it comes to clientele. We want them to know what's going on with a transaction. So I have my list and I have some templates. When I go into the templates, I can scroll through some of these. And for instance, if I want to use power washing or deck construction or any of these other details, say I'm going to do tile making, okay? So I can select what hourly rate I want to have for a copy of tile. So if I call up and I get an idea that a labor rate on tile is about $30 per hour, I can select that and save it. It tells me, hey, remember this is not a actual document. This is an estimate, and it's based on responsibility of their due diligence. Once I create that, now I have a full breakdown of that laying tile. So I have planned tile layout, what that's going to cost, removing tile, and so on and so forth. If I put this information in, all I do is select the items I want, and I can put all that information down, laying out that additional detail. Now, I get it. Most of you are not a professional contractor. That's okay. You don't have to be a professional contractor to use this software. To do is give a generalized estimate of what the cost may be if this person participates in that repair. So it gives you an idea of what might that cost entail. It's not the basis that that contractor will honor it. It's not the basis that anybody else will honor it. It's based on the fact that you are pulling public-based data or informational-based data to show to a negotiation, to bring to a negotiation. It gives an extra resource in your tool bag to make sure that you're successful. I hope this was useful, guys. And if you have any other questions on how to use this program, please reach out. But this is a great resource for you to be successful as a real estate agent when providing quotes that you may not be able to get from a contractor due to time constraints or due to unavailability